My aircraft just crashed into the ocean. How do you want me to return to base immediately? Yo, what is up guys, Metal Gamer Andy here, aka Mephisto, here with a brand new Let's Play. As I stated in the last video, I decided to bring in a new Let's Play to the channel. Now obviously, this won't replace my playthrough of Need for Speed Underground. But it's going to be something to kind of bring more content to the channel. That's kind of the idea here. And we'll be playing Il-2 Sturmovik or Sturmovik 1946, which is a World War II combat flight simulator. And that phrase makes me really happy, because it contains two things to it that really fascinate me. That's World War II and aviation. So yeah, this is a very nice little game, very in-depth considering how old it is, and yeah, we'll have some fun in this. But again, as I said, this is not a replacement for Need for Speed Underground. This is just something extra to... I want to bring more content to the channel, so that's what this is. Anyway, let's go into the pilot here and change his name, because this is the default name. I'm not going to create a new pilot, because setting up the controls in this game takes a lot of time. There's a lot of things to configure, a lot of shortcuts to add, and well, I already made created my shortcuts, and I don't want to go through all of that again. Anyway, let me come up with a name, and I'll get back to you once I figured out what our guy is going to be called. Okay, so I finally came up with a name for our pilot. His name is going to be George Crazy Eyes Carpenter, because I have no idea why. That's the first thing I came up with. So yeah, that's the name of our guy for now. Anyway, let's go into the pilot career. I'm going to delete this, because that was more of a test to see how things go. Anyway, we are first let me explain how this is going to happen. How this Let's Play is going to work. I'm going to use what's called a hardcore or Iron Man mode, which means if I die, then that's the end of that particular campaign, regardless of who I'm flying for. If I die, that's the end. It doesn't matter when. It could be in the first 10 minutes of the first mission. It could be 100 missions later. I doubt that will ever happen, but if I die, that's the end of that campaign, and I will jump to a different country. So we are going to start off this series with fighting for the US, more precisely for the US Marine Corps. And if I die, I can no longer fly for the US. I'll pick a different country like Germany or France or whatever. But this is where we start. And there are two types of campaigns, although it seems like the US Marine Corps doesn't have that. There are dynamic campaigns, signified by this star at the, or rather asterisk, at the beginning of the career name, and there are some that do not have that, like if we go to US Navy, nope. Let's see, where is RAF? RAF, nope. Seriously? Okay, Germany, I know that. So they have these, there are these dynamic campaigns, and then there are these static campaigns which do not have the asterisk in front of their name. So basically how this works is the static campaigns will be the same every single time you play. There are a given number of missions, and you have to complete them in order to progress. Whereas in the dynamic campaign, you get very there's more leniency in how things go. So, well, it's a dynamic campaign. I'll probably be able to better explain to you once we actually get to the map. But anyway, let's look at the difficulty, and I'm going to try and play with the hardest difficulty possible. So in terms of flight model, we'll have all of this on, weapons and stores, everything on. Views here, I'm going to have no external, actually turn that off, have turn off everything that I don't really need. So I'm leaving these off because I want to be able to show you stuff if I die, rather if my airplane gets shot and I have to bail or something. I still want to be able to show you the whatever's happening outside of our cockpit, but this is only for let's play purposes. If we go here to icons, we'll have this on, turn that off, turn this off, and have this off as well too. And then we go to miscellaneous and we'll turn off no instant success. And basically what this means is regardless of what happens in a mission, or rather regardless if you complete it or fail it, you can still continue on. If you have it turned on, then the only way to continue is if you actually win in the campaign. So this gives a bit more realism to the overall playthrough. So anyway, let's start, and we will start in Wake Island, not shortly after the attack on Pearl Harbor, obviously, and then with a little bit of luck we'll make our way over to Midway, then Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, Chichijima, and finally Okinawa in April of 1945. But again, we'll start in Wake Island in December of 1941. We will be flying for VMF 111, don't care. We are born in Truckee in 1910, sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Marines, stand at ease. I am sure that everybody here knows about the critical situation. Some hours ago, Japan declared war upon the United States by launching an airstrike against Pearl Harbor and the Pacific Fleet. Due to our geographic disposition, we have to consider ourselves here in Wake to be the most advanced defensive outpost of the US defensive deployment. ThinkPack, I have no idea what that exactly means, believes that we may have to face an enemy landing here very soon. Fortunately, reinforcements are on the way, and we were promised a carrier-borne air support in the case of a combined naval-air navy. Reinforcements are on the way, and we were promised a carrier-borne air support in the case of a combined naval-air invasion. Now get back to your battle stations, pilots. Be prepared. Your squadron commanding officer is Major White, and this is December 21st, 1941, 0830 hours. Weather is 3 out of 10, not really sure what that means. Clouds at 3,500 feet. Listen up, our mission is air patrol in sector BO41. Major White will lead 2 F4 F3s there. You know your duty, good luck. So Gunnery Sergeant Carpenter will fly on Major White's wing. Carpenter is us. First, let's check the roster real quick here. Major White has 25 sorties with 2 kills, and Captain Gibson 33 sorties with 2 kills. Obviously, we're down here. Gunnery Sergeant Carpenter, we are the lowest rank, and hopefully we'll make it up through the ranks slowly. And let's take a real quick look at our aircraft. And here is our trusty little F4 F3. Well, not the best aircraft, not the not very maneuverable, especially compared to what the Japanese have. However, it's much better armored and better armed. So we have more firepower and better armor, whilst the Japanese have speed and maneuverability. Although, jokingly, you could basically set a Japanese aircraft on fire by just throwing a rock at it. So yeah, it kind of balances itself out, I guess. But anyway, let's fly on our first sortie here. This is going to be quite fun. Although I should say that my joystick is kind of broken, so there will be things that, or rather times when things will be a bit difficult. But hopefully we can deal with it. Anywho. Alrighty. Let's set our flaps to takeoff and kind of see when our Major White decides to take off. This is one of the reasons I want to be able to look at my aircraft. It's a little bit easier to see what's happening in front of you. Otherwise, no, not really. Okay, so he's on the way. We should get going as well. And hopefully we'll get to shoot at some Japs today. That would be quite nice. Alrighty. And we are off. Now, time to crank up the gear. One of the bad things in this aircraft is that you have to manually crank the gear, as you can see there, as opposed to pretty much any other aircraft of this period that had automatic landing gear. Okay, I already lost sight of my wing commander, which is not really good. Oh, there he is. Gear up. Let's close our canopy and raise our flaps. Let me open the radiator a little bit, and let's see, bring prop pitch down to about 80%. Radiator to 4. Sorry, dude. I lost sight of my wing commander again. That's not good. I think I'll use autopilot to take me to him, and I'll get back to you once we find something to shoot at. Preferably Japs. Okay, so let me cut here and I'll get back to you once we find something fun to do.
Attention, fighters, it's 11 o'clock. I got one.
Alright, so it looks like we've encountered some bandits, which is nice.
Stay with your leader.
Oh, shut up, I'm coming.
00. Altitude 40.
And I think that's a Japanese airplane trying to shoot down my wing commander, which is not good. So let's engage.
Red leader, this is the tower. All right, you're cleared for landing.
Oh, that's my dude. Okay, so one thing I do not want to do is get into a sorry about that. I'm trying to concentrate because I can't seem to find the aircraft. I don't want to get into a turning battle with this guy because his aircraft is much more faster and much more maneuverable than mine. So hopefully I won't have to get into a turning fight with him, or a climbing fight for that matter, because he can climb a lot faster than I can. There's an aircraft around there. Not sure what it is. For now I'm going to... Okay, considering that...
I got it. Hang on. Number 2.
Oh!
You're 9 o'clock.
Someone's shooting at me. Oh, no, don't stop. Please, don't. This is bad.
Number 2. Jump, hit the sill.
I cannot. Oh, man. Well, that didn't go too well. And we are behind enemy lines. So this might mean the end of this first
Stay with your leader. Stay on course.
How on earth do you want me to stay on course when I don't have a freaking aircraft?
Number 2, return to base immediately. Over.
My aircraft just crashed into the ocean. How do you want me to return to base immediately? Oh man, so I'm guessing that's the end of the American campaign already, because we are behind enemy lines and, well, our guy will be captured. Anyway, let's see what our CO is doing. He's returning to base, as it seems. There's Wake Island. There's someone already... Someone crashed. Yep, someone crashed just short of the runway. That's interesting. Whilst we are falling down to the ocean. And... well, I'm pretty sure we'll get captured, so that's the end of this campaign, unfortunately. That was short. Okay, let's quit mission and see what's happening. So, combat report. Date, 21st of December 1941. Takeoff 0830 hours. Contact 0844 minutes. Mission, combat air patrol. Engaged on 2. White Carpenter. So Major White has 1 kill. Major White was killed in action. Wow, he crashed like a numpty. Yep. How did he freaking crash? At the foot of the runway as well. Oh man. And Gunner Sergeant Carpenter, which is us, is missing. We've been captured by the enemy, so... unfortunately, that's the end of the American campaign already. So, that was short. But, anyway. Next time we'll start a different campaign. That kind of sucks. That's kind of embarrassing, but... hey, could happen to anyone. Not a good way to start a Let's Play. To be completely honest, but... yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all next time, I guess, so... thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, bye-bye.